Okay, you guys, welcome back to my channel. One and all, you all are welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about Barnaby wanting to save Stefon Diggs, and her team is advising her to stand clear of the situation. Now, in case you guys may not be aware as to what situation we're talking about, well, we're talking about the BBL chef, Miss Mila Adams. As you guys know, they're currently involved in a legal dispute, and they had their first pretrial hearing on the 1st, April Fools, right? So basically what took place at the pretrial hearing was Stefon Diggs' legal team asking the judge to toss the case out, and the judge was like, nah, it's not gonna work. The accuser's claims, they're very much valid. She was working for you, and we want to go into discovery as to why did you do some of the things that you did to this woman. And the court is not even talking about the allegations. They're talking about the obvious. Why did you send her home, making her believe that she had a job and she did not have a job, and you did not give her a severance package because you extended her contract, and if you're going to cut it short, she should be properly compensated. So exactly as I said, he's going to have to pay this woman whether he likes it or not. But his legal team is like, Your Honor, the allegations are baseless, my client is innocent and all of that. And the judge was like, yeah, we know he's innocent until proven guilty. And Miss Mila Adams is asking the court for the opportunity to plea her case. And she is deserving of that. So as such, the case is definitely going to move forward. Now, as I've said to you guys, look for him to settle with this woman. Also, for the past couple of days, I've been doing some background checks, based on what is available on the internet about Stefon Diggs and his brother, because consistently, it's like the two are consistently intertwined. They're consistently involved in either lawsuit, legal ramblings, getting kicked off their teams, same date, same year. It's just a hot mess when it comes to him and his brother. I believe his name is pronounced Darius Diggs. They have legal issues just the same. They were terminated from their teams, same time, well, not last year, but this year, right? So it's kind of crazy to see how the two brothers, their behavior, it's just so questionable. Now back to Miss Mila Adams, Miss BBL chef. Mila had accused Diggs of physical violence, which includes slapping and choking her during a confrontation over unpaid wages on December 2nd, 2025. As you guys can recall, she made a report to the police. She claimed Diggs entered her unlocked bedroom uninvited and attempted to choke her, leading to her fear of blacking out. Diggs has denied the allegations, calling them a financial dispute, and is facing felony charges related to strangulation and assault. Now, Miss Mila Adams also stated that she did not seek public attention and reported the matter through proper legal channels, emphasizing her commitment towards integrity and the ongoing legal process. And I definitely have to say, I believe she did the right thing. And you guys know, as Gorgeous Doll is telling us, Mila Adams, she's a girl's girl. She's not one to be messy or anything like that, right? No, it is being alleged that things are not looking good for Stefon Diggs as it relates to this case. Things are not looking good on his behalf as yet, and as such, Miss Barnaby allegedly wants to step in and save him, but it is said that her team is advising against it. Her team is strongly advising that she not get involved in this, especially on a public level, because if she does, there's going to be some negative backlash should she, get herself involved. And I believe what they're looking at is just how the temperature is changing when it comes to men and, allegations of them assaulting women. Normally, they would get away. And that's the truth. Normally, the men would get away. But we notice that the atmosphere is changing and these men are being held accountable. And I believe that Cardi B's team, they're foresighting that Stefon Diggs will be held accountable, because think about it. And this is how I think about it, right? The mere fact that Cardi B's team, they're telling her allegedly that she needs to stay away from Stefon Diggs and this case. Why would they be emphasizing this if Stefon Diggs is so innocent, right? And when I asked myself that question, I'm saying, I think the guy is not innocent, and there's a lot more to Mila Adams and Stefon Diggs than what is being shared with us publicly. Now, we also know that Cardi B made a post on Instagram saying that she spoke to that woman daily and that woman never told her about any such incident. But we know that if Stefon Diggs and Mila was having a happy time, some sexy time, she's not going to tell Cardi B that, because I believe Cardi B was peeking around Mila to know who's coming in, who's going out. And I believe that, Mila was not telling Cardi B who's coming in or who's going out, but she made Cardi B believe that she was being sincere to her. Not because she is a untrustworthy person, but if you're working for someone, would you be telling his girlfriend, his baby mama, what's going on in his household? You cannot snitch on the person that writes your check. It doesn't make sense. And I believe that Mila Adams is smart enough to know that, and as such, she wasn't divulging any information to Cardi B, but she made Cardi B believe that, girl, you're good. We got you. It's all good over here. I promise you, he's not doing anything shady. And if he's doing it, it is while I'm not here, right? But we know that at the end of that report, it is said that, and we saw the text messages where she said to him, your home is like a circus at this point. Now guys, also please make note that the trial date has not been set as yet, but once it has, both parties, their legal team they will be advised of the trial date. And of course, as you guys know, it would be a trial by their peers. Now, as it relates to, as I've said before, as it relates to this case, I'm very strong that, in my belief that Mila will come out on top. And I believe that Gorgeous Doll has already secured that for her, because, and even without Gorgeous Doll, many people were looking at the text messages and they were like, yeah, I believe he did it. They were like, yeah, I believe there was something between these two. So even though Mila is saying, she didn't have anything with Stefon Diggs, I understand why she would say that, because if you're a chef and you want to, escape the strip club and you want to become a professional chef, you're not going to be out here telling people that, oh, you had a fling with your, boss who had 101 baby mamas, because other people are going to look at you as not trustworthy. No one is going to want you in their home to prepare any meal for their spouse or even their family. So I definitely understand what she's doing right there, and she has to save face, and it's completely okay for her to do so. The thing is, Mila has to be more convincing to herself than she's trying to be convincing to us, because guess what? She can tell us anything, but going forward, will she be able to keep true to her own words by not sleeping with another boss, not having any affairs? So, I mean, at this point, she only has herself to prove to herself, because we really don't care about that portion of it. The most important thing is that we want her to get justice, and we believe that justice should be served. We believe that she's speaking the truth. And, you can see that Stefon Diggs loves to have his cake and eat it. So many baby mamas, and I believe because they had a personal affair, he felt as though he could just do anything to her. Typical male narcissistic behavior, typical of them. But let me know what you guys think about Stefon Diggs, he's pleading not guilty. He's saying that she's after money. The judge is refusing to toss the case out. The case will go forward, and the trial date is not yet set. Let me know what you guys think, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.